Good day, class. I am Mrs. Edita Quibin, your teacher in TLE. There's a saying, if you don't smell good, then you don't look good. From the given saying, you can already guess our topic for today. Great! Our lesson for today is about observe personal hygiene and good grooming. Learning competency is apply food safety, sanitation. Learning outcome 1, observe personal hygiene and good grooming. 1.1, explain the importance of good grooming in a workplace. 1.2, follow the procedures in cleaning, checking, and sanitizing personal protective equipment. Our learning objectives are identify the tools and equipment used in personal hygiene and good grooming. 2. Demonstrate proper personal hygiene and good grooming. 3. Appreciate the importance of personal hygiene and good grooming in the workplace area. Now let's see if you know something about our lesson for today. All you have to do is to choose the best or the correct answer from the given statement. Number 1. What illness is acquired by eating contaminated food? Is it A. Airborne illness? Letter B. Foodborne illness? Letter C. Lung illness? Or D. Skin disease? So what's your answer? Very good. The correct answer is letter B. Number 2. These of the following is referred to as the science of good health that signifies cleanliness and freedom from the risk of infectious disease. Is it A. Hazard? Letter B. Hygiene? Letter C. Sanitation? Or D. Sanitization? What's your answer? Correct. It is letter B. Hygiene. How about number 3? The following are examples of personal protective equipment except letter A. Apron, B. Gloves, C. Hairnet, and letter D. Socks. What's your answer? Very good. The correct answer is letter D. Socks. Number 4. Which of the following is not the concern of personal hygiene? Is it A. Make the workplace safe? Letter B. Wearing of clean, washable garments? C. Free from any disease of the workers? Or letter D. Observing sanitary habits and clean hands? What's the answer? Very good. The correct answer is letter A. Make the workplace safe. Number 5, the last number. Which of the following is not a GMP requirement on personal hygiene? Is it A. Health status? B. Hazard analysis? C. Illness and injuries? Or letter D. Personal cleanliness? What's your answer? Great! It is letter A. Health status. Let us now unlock the code words by identifying the word being defined or described in each item. So you have to choose the correct answer from the box below. Number 1, the assurance that food will not cause harm to the consumer when it is prepared and or eaten according to its intended use. Is it food safety, hazard analysis, hygiene, sanitation, standard operating procedures? So what's your answer? Very good. Food safety. Number 2. It is the identification of selective ingredients, critical process points, and relevant human factors as they affect product safety. Is it food safety, hazard analysis, hygiene, sanitation, standard operating procedures? What's your answer? Great! The correct answer is hazard analysis. Number 3. The science of good health that signifies cleanliness and freedom from the risk of infectious disease. Is it food safety, hazard analysis, hygiene, sanitation, standard operating procedures? What's your answer? Correct. It is hygiene. Next, number 4. It is the maintenance of the work and product environment to prevent or minimize hazards of products, contamination conditions, and to provide clean, healthful, and safe working conditions. Is it food safety, hazard analysis, hygiene, sanitation, or standard operating procedures? Nice answer. The correct answer is sanitation. Next, number 5. The set of practices, procedures, and rules designed for the promotion and maintenance of health and cleanliness in the processing plant. Is it food, hazard analysis, hygiene, sanitation, or standard operating procedures? What's your answer? Correct. It is standard operating procedures. You are already a teenager, and of course, as a teenager, you have to observe personal hygiene. So what is a personal hygiene? Personal hygiene is how you care for your body, or it is the basic concept of cleaning, grooming, caring for our body. So it is important for the workers' health, safety in the workplace. So workers who pay attention to personal hygiene can prevent the spread of germs and diseases, reduce their exposure to chemicals and contaminants, and avoid developing skin allergies, skin conditions, and chemical sensitivities. So what are the practices included in personal hygiene? Can you name some? Very good. So these are bathing, washing your hands, brushing your teeth, and many more. Every day you come into contact with millions of outside germs and viruses. They can linger on your body. In some cases, they may make you sick. Do you know the principle of good hygiene? Very good. The first principle of good hygiene is to avoid an exposure by forming a barrier over the skin with personal protective equipment or what we call PPE, such as gloves, hairnets, and boots. It is important to check our PPE often for excessive contamination, where tears, cuts, or pinholes. Workers should clean, decontaminate, or replace protective equipment frequently to make sure it doesn't collect or absorb irritants. If protective equipment becomes too soiled during the job, the worker should stop and replace it with clean equipment. So, tama yun na kailangan yung mga ginagamit nating mga PPE, hindi ito forever or na gagamitin natin kasi ito ay consumable na kailangan pagka ito ay sira na, lumang-luma na, kailangan palitan na para maiwasan yung contamination or yung kumapit yung anumang mga irritants doon. Observe personal hygiene and good grooming. Good manufacturing procedure requirements on personal hygiene. Number 1, health status. People known or suspected to be suffering from or to be carrier of disease should not be allowed to enter any food handling area. It is likely that they could contaminate food. Any person so affected should immediately report illness or symptoms of illness to the management. Medical examination of food handlers should be carried out if clinically or epidemiologically indicated. So, kapag ikaw ay magtatrabaho sa isang fast food, hinihingan sila palagi ng medical certificate or kailangan magpa-medical muna sila bago sila matanggap sa kanilang pinapasukan. Bakit? Kasi kailangan malaman nila na sila ay hindi magiging carrier ng anumang sakit na po pwedeng nilang mai-transfer sa mga customers or kung sino man yung kanilang pakakainin. So, hindi dapat na mayroon silang yung sakit na nakakahawa. Kaya kaagad, kung mayroon man sa isang fast food na nagtatrabaho or food handler na nalaman na mayroon siyang nakakahawang sakit, ito ay pinatitigil nila o pinagbabakasyon muna pansamantala. Number 2, illness and injuries. The following conditions should be reported to the management so that any afflicted person need to subject themselves to medical examination and be excluded from handling food. Letter A, diseases of the respiratory tract are diseases that affect the air passages, including the nasal passages, the bronchi, and the lungs, such as common cold, sore throat, pneumonia, scarlet fever, tuberculosis, trench mouth. Respiratory tract infection spreads microorganisms such as staphylococci, which are indigenous to portions of the respiratory tract. So, yan yung mga illnesses or injuries na hindi po pwedeng maging food handler kasi maaari nilang may pasa yung kanilang sakit doon sa kakain ng pagkain na yun or na kanilang i-offer. Halimbawa na lang nga yung respiratory tract diseases. Isa na dyan ay yung tinatawag natin yung tuberculosis. Nakakahawa yung kaya pagka ikaw ay may ganong klase ng sakit, hindi ka pwedeng maging food handler kasi po pwede niyang mai-transmit or mai-transfer yung sakit na yun sa sino man na makakain ng pagkain na kanyang pinrepare. Another is yung pneumonia, alam niyo naman yung common cold, sore throat, alam niyo naman kung ano ang pakiramdam ng may mga ganyang klaseng sakit. Yung scarlet naman, ito ay isang klase din ng sakit na caused by bacteria na nagtitrigger doon sa skin ng isang tao na para siya magkaroon ng mga rashes. So, isa yun yung tinatawag nating scarlet fever. Another illness or injury is intestinal disorders. So, intestinal disorders are any ailment linked to the digestive system, including the throat, stomach, and intestines such as dysentery, typhoid fever, infectious hepatitis. So, alam naman ninyo na ang hepatitis ay isang transmitted type of disease. So, people suffering from intestinal disorder usually shed a lot of intestinal bacteria such as Shigella, Salmonella, etc., which may be transmitted to food by dirty hands. A person suffering from salmonellosis, for example, may shed as many as 10 cells per grams of feces during illness. Another is skin disorders. So, skin disorders are diseases or disorders that affect the human skin such as sores, abrasion, lesions, infected ears, boil, scabies, and severe rashes. The usual site of the harboring staphylococci are cuts, burns, abrasion, and postural lesion. When infected person handle food, the hazard of passing staphylococci from the skin surfaces to food increases. Pre-employment physically examination is usually required for every person intending to work food plant in order to establish freedom from the above disease. So, yan nga, kagaya nung nabanggit ko kanina, bago ka maging isang food handler, kailangan dumaan ka muna sa isang tinatawag na physical examination para makapagtrabaho ka sa kanila, dahil doon matitest kung ano yung meron ka bang nakakahawang sakit, kasi kung may nakakahawa kang sakit na po pwedeng matransmit, hindi ka nila tatanggapin. So, personal cleanliness, that's number 3. Food handlers should maintain high degree of personal cleanliness. They should wear suitable protective clothing, head covering, gloves, facial mask, and footwear. So, anong tawag nyo dun sa mga yon? Very good. They are called PPE or personal protective equipment. So, it is suitable waterproof dressing should cover cuts and wounds wherein personnel are permitted to continue working. Processor's outfit as a part of personal hygiene. So, as a food handler, you must wear apron, hairnet, and you must have hand towels and gloves while working. You must have those PPE. Sa panahon ng COVID-19 pandemic, isa sa mga dapat natin gawin upang maiwasan ang pagkapit ng virus sa atin ay ang tamang paghuhugas ng ating mga kamay or washing our hands. Sa hand washing, personnel should always wash their hands when personal cleanliness may affect food safety, as shown in the following practices. But before that, gaano ba kadalas kayo dapat maghugas ng kamay? Or gaano ba katagal ang paghuhugas ng inyong mga kamay? And 1, correct. Kailangan it takes 15 to 20 seconds. Or, ang iba sinasabi nila, kailangan matapos mo ang kantang Happy Birthday. So doon, masasabi na malinis na ang inyong mga kamay. So to continue, there are safety practices that you need to follow why you need to wash your hand. 1. At the start of the food handling activities. So bago daw magsimula sa paghawak ng mga pagkain, kailangan ay maghugas muna ng kamay. So hindi lang bago, kundi bago at matapos, kinakailangan ay maghugas ng kamay. Before and after, you have to wash your hands. Another is immediately after using the toilet, you have to wash your hands. Lalo na kapag kayo ay hahawak ng pagkain. Meron ba sa inyo na hindi ginagawa yan? So, mali yun. Kailangan, kahit pasabihin natin na after using the toilet, nag-soak na tayo at nag-rinse, kailangan doblihin natin ang pagbubukas. So, parang sure natin na malinis ang ating kamay bago hawakan ang mga pagkain. Another is after handling raw food or any contaminated materials where this could result in the contamination of other food items. They should avoid handling ready-to-eat food when ensure of cleanliness in the process of preparing it. So aside from the given activities or practices, is there any other things wherein you need to wash your hands? Yes, anyone? Correct. After cleaning wounds. So, dapat din maghuhugas kayo ng kamay kapag katapos na linisan nyo ng sugat, ang maaring kapatid ninyo o kung sino mang miyembro ng pamilya. Kailangan, patapos mong malinisan sila ng sugat, ang kamay mo din ay linisan mo sa pamamagitan ng pagsasabon nito at pagbabanlaw ng maayos. Another is after holding your pets. So, syempre tayo may mga alaga tayo ng hayop sa bahay or yung mga pet animals tulad ng aso, ng pusa or kung ibon man yan, kinakailangan at tapos natin silang hawakan, maghuhugas pa rin tayo ng ating mga kamay. Yes, correct. So, marami pang mga bagay na dapat nating gawin o marami tayong mga ginagawang bagay-bagay na minsan hindi natin napapansin na hindi pala tayo nakapaghugas ng kamay. So, we have to practice washing our hands every time na mayroon tayong nahawakan na maaaring marumi o isang bagay na maaaring sila naman ang marumi din na pwede nilang mai-transmit sa atin kung ano man yung nakuha nilang virus or bacteria. Kaya kailangan tayo ay maghuhugas ng kamay. There are personal behavior or habits. People engaged in food handling activities should refrain from behavior that could result in food contamination, such as the following. Letter A, smoking. B, spitting. C, chewing or eating. D, sneezing or coughing over unprotected food. So, dapat na iwasan natin, lalo kung kayo ay food handler, na bumahing o kayo ay umubo doon malapit sa piniprepare niyong food or pagnguya. Maaari kasing tumagsik ang laway natin habang nag-chuchu, maliban na lang kung you are chewing your food. You have to chew your food na naka-close yung mouth. Or smoking, yung pati din yung pagdurak kung saan, lalo na mayroong food doon sa area ninyo. So personal effects such as jewelry, pins, and other items should not be worn or brought into food handling areas if they pose a threat to the safety and suitability of food. As what I mentioned earlier, you are not allowed to wear jewelries while handling food. Like for instance, in preparing food and cooking, avoid wearing jewelries. So it is not good. Visitors in food manufacturing, processing, or handling areas should wear appropriate wear, protective clothing, and adhere to the other personal hygiene provisions. Entrance and exit in a workplace. Number 1, all entrances and exit must be provided with the screen doors and it swings outwards. 2, signs of entrance and exit must be posted in corresponding areas. 3, some organizations require washing of hands and foot bath before entering into a work area. 4, wear appropriate work outfit before entry. Deposit them at designated areas upon exit from the place. Of course, the most common outfit are, correct, hairnet, apron, gloves, and also boots. So those are the common outfit that used by a food handler. So now my question is, are you allowed to prepare food if you have cuts and wounds? Yes, pwede. Kahit na may sugat ka, pwede naman na ikaw ay mag-prepare ng food. Pero, kailangan lalagyan nyo ng band-aid kung ano may yung sugat na maaaring nasa daliri mo. May band-aid dapat po pwede kang mag-work nun. Or, gagamit ka ng gloves while you are working. So, yun yung isa sa para maiwasan ang pag-transfer ng kung anumang germs or bacteria na dun sa iyong affected part or area ng iyong katawan, lalo na ng iyong mga kamay. So let's check if you learned from our lesson by answering the given statement true or false. Of course, you know already that if it is true, the statement is correct, and false if the statement is incorrect. So let's start to number 1. Food handlers should maintain a high degree of personal cleanliness. Is it true or false? Correct. It is true. How about number 2? People suffering from a career or disease should not be allowed to enter any food handling area. Is it true or false? Great! The answer is true. Let's move on to number 3. Washing of hands should be done after preparation of food. Is it true or false? Correct. The answer is false. It should be done before preparation of food. Next, number 4. Workers should be wearing PPE for their safety. Is it true or false? Nice answer. The correct answer is true. And last, smoking or spitting anywhere is allowed during food preparation. Is it true or false? Very good. It is false. So you're not allowed to smoke or spit anywhere during food preparation. We got 5 in our quiz. Great job. How about 2 and below? Okay, to those who got 2 and below, you can try another quiz. And we have also an activity for you to answer. Kaya makakabawi pa rin kayo kung kayo ay mababa dyan sa ating quiz. Your activity is to make a slogan. So, make a slogan out of the topics below. So, you may use bond paper and drawing materials to complete this activity, or you can also draw it in your notebook. Number 1, personal hygiene. 2, good grooming. 3, cleanliness in the workplace area. So, you just choose among the given 3 topics. So the rubrics or the rubric, relevance to the theme reflects deep understanding on the topic presented. So 3 points. Creativity, the use of wide range idea in artistic way. 3 points. Originality, text, drawing, use reflects exceptional degree of students. 3 points. Impact and presentation, delivery of thoughts to the audience, 1 point. A total of 10 points. Your assignment is to do an advanced reading in week 9 lesson titled Implement Food Safety Practices. Again, thank you very much for your participation or actively participation. God bless you all and happy weekend.